All right. It's been a minute since I recorded a full class. So we are going to get into power yoga this morning. I got my new little microphone. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it sounds fantastic. All right. So we're going to go through a flow class this morning. Do your best. Listen to your body. Breathe. Rest if you need to rest. Work when it's time to work. And let's get started. So we're going to get started in child's pose. So coming onto hands and knees. Bring yourself about the middle of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch, inch your knees out as wide as you comfortably can. Uncurl your toes, press your hips to your heels. Extend your arms out in front. Rest your forehead on your mat. And close your eyes. So we're just taking our first few moments here to let go of anything else we have going on, rest of your day, your morning, week, and just bring yourself present into this moment. All right, so this moment, this cycle of breath, that's it. If it feels good in your body, move your hips a little bit from side to side. Maybe you roll your forehead along your mat. And try to soften your shoulders down away from your ears. And take a big slow inhale through your nose. And a big exhale through your mouth. And close your mouth, open your eyes. And lift your hips, come onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees so that they're underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide. And then any sort of movement that feels good in your body. I like to go hip to shoulder here, lateral stretch through the spine. Maybe curl your toes under, press your hips back, stretch and open your feet. Hips forward. All right, whatever feels good, but just take a few rounds of breath, find some movement. And if we're going side to side, just make sure you're balanced on both sides. And then back to neutral. On your inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest, let your belly drop, look up. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, press away from your mat, create space. And slower than normal pace for your breath. Inhale, chin up, maybe curl the toes under. Exhale, round your back, press away from the mat. One more time, inhale, chin up. And exhale, round. Release to neutral. Bring your hands forward a little bit. Maybe knees back a tiny bit. And then curl toes, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. And you can move a little bit here. Hips side to side, shake your head out. All right, bending your knees back and forth, right and left. And let's pay attention to our setup here for a sec. Take a peek at your hands. Make sure your hands are about shoulder width distance apart, fingers spread wide. Middle fingers pointing straight ahead and pressing down actively through your fingertips. Okay, put a tiny bend in your elbows. Pull the inside of your elbows forward. Press your chest towards your thighs. Relax your head. So think space between ears and shoulders. Your gaze is in between your ankles. And just gazing at your feet. They're about hip distance apart. And it doesn't have to be super wide or all the way together. If hamstrings are tight, I want you to bend your knees a tiny bit. Press your chest towards your thighs and then lengthen through the back of the legs. I'm just holding here nice and strong and stable through your downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. And big exhale. On your inhale, shift your weight forward. Your shoulders come over your wrists. You're high onto your toes. You can bring your gaze forward in the front or towards the top of your mat if that's okay for your neck. If this doesn't feel good for your back, bring your knees down. All right, so if you're on your knees, just remember that your hips are forward, so you have a straight line from your knees to your shoulders and not like butt up in the sky. All right, so it's either straight line from knees to shoulders or from heels. Okay, so I'll show you on the knees first. From here, you're going to bend your elbows towards the back of your mat, lower. All right, try to get to where your shoulders are in line with your elbows if you can. From here, you can go right into your upward facing dog. Press the top of your feet down, lift your thighs, lift your gaze. And then lift your hips, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Okay, so there's one option. Or we're on the knees. We come all the way down. Top of the feet press down, little cobra. So if that feels better for your back or your shoulders, you can go cobra. You can even transition through your knees, hips back, and high. All right, third option here, stay on your toes. Gaze forward, roll forward, lower. So lower just to wherever you feel stable. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And full round of breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. On your next inhale, bring your heels high, bend your knees, gaze forward. You can hop or just step. Bring your feet to your hands so that your feet, again, are about hip distance apart. Big bend in your knees, grab your opposite elbows, and hang. And try to get to where your belly is touching your legs, right? Taking strain out of the lower back. Shift your weight into your toes. See if I can get this necklace off. And then move side to side or back and forth, whatever feels good. Just remember too that ragdoll here is about creating space in the lower back, not just the back of the legs. Release your hands down. Bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. And if that feels okay for your shoulders, you can straighten your arms, send your hands forward. And no tension through your neck, gaze is in between your calves, weight is into your toes. Take a big inhale. And big exhale. Bring your hands to your lower back and then down to your mat. And relax your head, let it be heavy. Bring your weight to your heels and start to roll yourself up and just take your sweet time. All right, kind of feels nice when we go slow here. Okay, once you're all the way up, roll your shoulders down your back so your palms face front. Bring your feet together. So big toes touch, ankle bones touch. Squeeze your butt, press your hips forward. On your inhale, sweep your arms out, back and up. Let your palms touch, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, try to lead with your chest, flat back all the way down. Hands come down to your mat, relax your head. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward, straight spine. Your knees can bend if you'd like. Exhale, plant your hands, hop or step back, high plank. Try to gaze forward if you can, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. On your inhale, bring your heels high, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, top of your mat, feet together, side by side. Inhale, halfway lift, and gaze forward, straight spine. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, rise to stand, this time straight spine, arms all the way up. And exhale, fold. Try to follow your breath, long and slow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And full round of breath. Let's do it again, another Sunday. Inhale, bring your heels high, bend your knees. Exhale, top of your mat, try to land light. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back. High to low. Remember, elbows straight back so they're touching your body. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, bring your heels high, bend your knees. Exhale, top of your mat, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. When you inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, chair pose. All right, so feet together, knees together. Fingers spread wide. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. If it's okay for your neck, you can look up. Weight is in your heels. Pull your belly in tight. Take a big inhale. And exhale, sit a little lower. This time on your inhale, lift your arms higher. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low. Find the pause at the low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. Bring your left foot a little tiny bit closer to center line. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Square your hips and shoulders. Straight right leg, point your toes. Think about active arms and fingertips pressing down into your mat. Take a little peek at your left heel. See if you can drop that heel a little lower. On your inhale, lift your right leg higher. As you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, tuck your chin, round your back. And then right foot to right hand. And keep your left hand down on your mat. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Low lunge twist. And just pay attention if your right hip is way higher than your left, sit lower in your right leg. Spread your fingers wide. And if it's okay for your neck, you can look up for your right hand. Big inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Right foot back, maybe keep it up. High to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. And big breath out. Inhale your left leg up. Again, just holding for a sec, first time through. Squeeze your left leg tight. Remember, left hip bone down, bottom of the foot up. Pressing your chest towards your right leg, right heel towards your mat. Inhale, lift your left leg higher. And exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. Lift your left leg higher and press it by your left hand. Right hand can stay down. Inhale, bring your left arm up. And gaze can be up or down. If it feels okay for your neck, look up because you have a nice little stretch. Spread your fingers wide. Create space. And see if you can sit lower into your left leg. Maybe squeeze your right leg tighter. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Left leg back. Again, maybe keep it up, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full round of breath. Inhale, bring your heels high, bend your knees. Exhale, top of your mat, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One breath, chair pose. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Hello. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, bring your right leg high. Exhale, your right foot to your right hand. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Low lunge twist. And stay low into your right leg. This time I want you to come onto your fingertips on your left hand. And arms are active just like the legs are. Breath is smooth, in and out through your nose. From here, shift more weight into your right foot so your left hand can lift. And lengthen through the crown of your head, shoulders down your back. Big inhale. Big exhale. On your inhale, come all the way up so you're reaching your right arm to the back. Again, stay low into your right leg. It's going to help you balance. And we can stay here, or right hand comes to the back of your left leg, and your left arm can reach towards the back of your mat. Take a breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, arms back out. Shift your gaze. Bend your front knee and your back knee. Press up into revolve balancing half moon. You can use a block or a water bottle if you need to for support, but try to stay lifted. Even support yourself on your right leg. Arms strong, legs strong. Point your toes. Big inhale. Big exhale. We're going to inhale, lift to airplane, flex your toes, arch your back. Holding just for a sec. Find your gazing point, so eyes still in one spot. And now lift your left hip, come all the way open into balancing half moon. We're only here for a moment. Try to kick through your left heel, shoulders down your back. And big inhale. Big exhale. On your inhale, start to bend your knee. So coming down as low as you can, then lightly step back so you land warrior two. Face forward. Take a peek at your right foot. Make sure your knee and your toes go straight ahead. If you have a mirror and you can see, you want your right foot blocking the view of your back heel. Then arms in a straight line, gaze forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, sit a little lower. Keep your hips here. Inhale, reverse. Right arm reaches for the back wall. Try to keep your left shoulder in line with your left hip. Little to no weight in your left hand. You can even wrap it behind your back. But here we want to create space from your hip bone through your fingers. Sit lower. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Right leg comes back, up or down, your choice, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, bring your left leg high. Exhale, your left foot to your left hand. Inhale, bring your left arm up. And again, finding your base here for a sec. Square your hips off. Strong arms. And then we'll shift the weight into left foot, right fingertips, or hover if you can. And when you think about a straight line from your right heel all the way up through the crown of your head, big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale to rise. So reach your left arm to the back wall. It's going to help you balance. Come higher onto your right toes and then sit lower into your left leg. All right, arms strong, legs strong. Try to avoid leaning forward if you can, or reach your left hand back. And you can stay here or left hand to the back of your right leg as your right arm reaches back. Inhale to extend the arms. Gaze forward. Bend your knee and lift. Wah. There we go. And the more active your body is, the easier it is to balance. So squeeze your muscles tight, point your toes. Pick one spot on the floor, eyes still. Breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, we're gonna lift, arch your back, airplane. So toes down, fingers spread wide. Again, it's that little lift to activate the muscles that support the spine. When you're ready, open all the way up to balancing half moon. Try to rotate your right hip up as high as you can. Flex your toes. Again, arms strong, legs strong. Start to bend your left knee. Get nice and low, and then with control, step back, warrior two. All right, give yourself a moment here. Take up some space, big stance. Check out what your feet are doing. Toes, knee pointing straight ahead. Shoulders stacked over hips. Gaze forward. Let the sun right in my face. Big inhale. I'm going to exhale, sit down a little lower. Hips stay here. Inhale, reverse, reach for the back. And right hand can support above or below your knee or behind your back. Try to get shoulder in line with hip. Create space. Sit lower. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Left leg back, high to low. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. All right, fun times. We'll go through the same set just a little bit faster. Remember, we want long, slow breath. As best you can, in and out through your nose. Okay, inhale, bring your right leg up. Exhale your right foot to your right hand. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, rise. Gaze forward. Inhale, revolved half moon. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands come down. High to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bring your left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, rise. Inhale, gaze forward. Press up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, high to low. Try to follow that same exhale. And inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do it again. Inhale, bring your right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, rise. Inhale, revolve. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, open. Exhale, step back. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands down. High to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, rise. Inhale, revolved half moon. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, balancing half moon. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands come down. With control, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a full round of breath. And let it go. One more time, big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, bring your heels high, bend your knees. Exhale, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, one breath. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low. Back to high. To low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale, bring your right leg high. Exhale, your right foot to your right hand. Inhale, rise, high lunge. We're just going to hold for a sec. Hips squared off. As high as you can come on your back toes. Big bend in your front knee. Pull your hip bones up and bring your arms back. And take a big inhale. On your exhale, can you sit lower? Number two, if your knee goes past your ankle, just wiggle your front foot closer to the top of your mat. Another breath in. This time on your exhale, bend your knee, come back to your airplane pose. Okay, so chest lifted, eyes still, arms strong. From here, when you bring your hands to heart center, gaze forward, bend your right knee, take your left heel towards the front of your mat. Right, one-legged chair, flex your toes, press your butt back, chest forward. Big inhale, big exhale. Let's come back to airplane, arms out, nice and strong. Find your balance, find your breath. Open to your half moon. From here, option to find sugar cane. Bend your knee, grab your foot from the inside. Right, only if it feels good in your body. If you want to go for it, go for it. Release your foot if you have it. Bend your right knee, step back, warrior two. And again, big breath just to reset. Find your foundation through your feet. Relax your toes. Big inhale. Exhale, reach forward, right elbow on the inside of your right knee as your left arm extends to the front. You can rest your elbow here if you need to, or straight arm, shoulders down your back. You want to take a half bind, half bind. Left hand comes behind the back. If we want to go full bind, your right hand comes underneath your right leg to reach your left hand. And take a big breath in. Big breath out. Release the bind if you have it. Rise up to warrior two. Straighten your leg. Turn your toes to the side. And then wide leg forward fold. And grab onto your feet from the outside. Pull with your arms. Again, keeping space between your ears and shoulders. Squeeze your legs, shift your weight into your toes. Think about internal rotation in your legs. Take an inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Release your hands. Walk your hands to the top of your mat so you're turning to face the front. Put a bend in your, left leg. And then send your left leg up. Standing splits. Okay, so eyes can be just still down to the floor. And if we want to challenge the balance, right hand grabs the back of the right ankle. Maybe left hand lifts. Maybe left hand to right hand. So just see wherever you're at. Reach through your left toes. Eyes still. Breath moving. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, feet together, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back, high plank. To low. To high. To low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And let it go. Inhale, bring your left leg high. Exhale, your left foot to your left hand. Inhale, rise, high lunge. And take a moment to find your foundation. Feet are hip distance apart, as high as you can go on your back toes. Back leg nice and straight, bend your front knee. And then pull your hip bones up, shoulders back, hands above shoulders, shoulders above hips. Try to lift your gaze. Big inhale. Big exhale. On your inhale, press up, airplane. Okay, so on your left foot, when you think big toe, little toe, heel, all pressing down. Eyes are still, arch your back, arms are strong. Hands to heart, gaze forward, bend your left knee, send your right leg forward. Little one-legged chair. Flex your toes. Bring your weight into the heel of your left foot, chest forward. Inhale back to airplane. Again, finding your foundation through your left foot. When you're ready, you can open. Again, focus on your breath. If you want to go for sugar cane on this side, bend your knee, grab your foot from the inside. All right, so think standing bow grip, external rotation in the shoulder. Release your foot if you have it. Whoa. And then bend your knee, step back. And again, big breath just to reset. Gaze forward, arms strong. And then inhale into extended side angle. Again, elbow pressing on the knee. Elbow can come to the knee. Or if you want to block or something, that's fine too. Try to challenge yourself and listen to your body. Right hand behind your back. Sometimes it's kind of tricky to do both. There you go, half bind if full bind's available. This side's tighter on me, but we'll see what happens. There we go. And lengthen through your spine. Slow your breath. Unbind. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, straighten your leg, turn your toes. And we'll come into wide leg forward fold. All right, I'm gonna switch this way just so I'm not sticking my ass in your face. From here, we'll bend one knee, come all the way to the side, take your other toes up towards the ceiling. Hands can stay down for balance. Your heel can be lifted. Right, wherever you are today, it's all good. I'm gonna do an open twist here, right arm reaches up. Maybe half bind. Kind of fun here, maybe full bind if you want to get wild. Not really wild actually, but it's fun. Unwrap. Plant your hands, switch sides. Up and over. Same idea, just find the spot that feels okay for your knee, ankle, hips, back. Remember, it shouldn't be painful. Uncomfortable is fine. If it hurts, back out a little bit. Open twist on this side, so right hand comes down, left arm lifts. We can stay, half bind, or full bind. And try to open your chest. Big breath. Unbind if you're bound. Straighten your arms so you're back at center. And pivot to the front. I'm going to switch my legs, so I'm on the other side. And then weight comes into your left foot. Take your right leg up, standing splits. And again, take a moment to just find your balance. Foundation through your left foot. We're going to start with left hand, left ankle. And make sure your right leg is nice and straight. Bottom leg can be bent. And then we can go right hand, left hand. Remember, one side's always a little bit easier than the other, so play around with both sides and see which one is yours. Voila. Take one more inhale, lift. And exhale, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back. High to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full round of breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Inhale, bring your heels high, bend your knees. Exhale, top of your mat, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. And this time, hands to heart. You're going to start to sit lower, 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 and then all the way down. Bring your hands down. You can hop your feet out. Let's find Malasana. So a little squat here, toes out, heels in. Hands can come to heart center. And for super uncomfortable for your back or your hips or ankles, you can sit on a block or a pillow or just come up a little higher. And you can move a little bit here. That's what I like to do. Push the knees out. Maybe hands behind your head, around your back. It's probably really loud breathing into that, but that's okay. All right, from here, you're gonna plant your hands, lift your hips, bring your toes in a little bit. All right, gaze forward, as far forward as your neck and eyeballs will let you. Bend your knees, lift your heels up. When you think about getting your knees all the way into your armpits, lining up your shins and your triceps. And gaze forward and just start to shift your weight forward until your toes lift. All right, if the toes come up, you can bring them together. You can just lift one and then the other. All right, give it a few tries, a few rounds if you like. Main thing is gaze forward, shift your weight. So don't think about lifting your feet up, just think about shifting your weight far enough forward that your feet come up by themselves, if that makes sense. All right, take another breath. Let it go. Wherever we are, we're going to plant the hands, hop or step back, meet in a high plank. Below. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And full round of breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Next inhale brings your right leg high. Exhale your right foot to your right hand. And left heel is going to come down about 45 degrees for warrior one. Arms out, back and up. So left toes point to top left corner of your mat, left hip pulls forward. Left leg is straight if you can, then bend your front knee. Pull your hip bones up so you create space in the lower back, and then arms back, shoulders down. And take a big inhale. As you exhale, see if you can go a tiny bit deeper in the front leg. Option to stay here. We go humble warrior, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your chest, little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. As you come forward, keep pulling your left hip to the front, right hip to the back. And we can stay here, or hands come down. Again, if you have a mirror or anything, just see if you can square your hips off. Get low into your right leg. Maybe right arm goes underneath the right leg. And maybe left arm lifts. Try to pull your chest forward, straight spine, pressing evenly through both feet. On your inhale, rise back to your warrior one. As you exhale, turn it into a lunge. That just means you're going to come high onto your left toes and maybe send your foot back further so your stance is longer. Big bend in your front knee. Here, I want you to take your left arm underneath your right arm. You can grab opposite shoulders, or we cross the wrist palms together. Thumbs are toward your face. Bend your knee, get low. Big breath in. And big breath out. And inhale, bend the back knee and lift into warrior three with eagle arms. All right, so gaze is forward. Reach your fingertips towards the front. Nice straight line. Bend your right knee, take your left leg up and over your right leg. Wrap your knees, maybe your ankles, as we sit into eagle. Try to bring your left knee to the left, elbows up, eyes still. Squeeze everything tight. Just one round of breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Unwrap your left leg, come back to your warrior three. Unwrap your arms, extend them forward. Thumbs up. Beautiful. Step back, high lunge. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Okay, left hand is planted. Two options here as we come into side plank. You can grab onto your right big toe, roll to the outside edge of your left foot as you lift your right leg. Now you can stay here or extend. All right, and if that just seems ridiculous, you go from high plank, step back, side plank. All right, so find whatever variation is best for you. Big inhale. And exhale, right hand down, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. Alrighty, other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Remember, back heel down. Arms rise, warrior one. And take a moment just to find your alignment. Right toes, top right corner, right hip forward. Left hip back. Right leg straight, bend your left knee. Arms back and down. Arms back, shoulders down. There we go. Belly in tight. Big inhale. Exhale, little depths. Bring your hands behind your back if you did it on the first side. Switch out your grip so the opposite thumb is on top. Okay, inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, humble warrior. Relax your head. Let it hang. All right, finding space in the shoulders. And then option, bring the hands down. Pull your chest forward so you straighten your spine. Left arm under. Maybe right arm to the right. Keep pulling your right hip forward. And then try to straighten your spine as best you can. And then next, inhale to rise. We're going to exhale to the lunge, so heel up, hips low. We got right arm under left arm this time. Again, cross your elbows, maybe cross the wrists. Sit low, shoulders down. And then bend your knee, press up into that eagle warrior three variation. Point your toes, gaze forward. And then bend your left knee, take your right leg up and over. Number 2, we can always kickstand, toes down. You can even just keep both feet down. Do what's best for you. Squeeze your legs tight, big breath. Unwrap. Back to our warrior 3. Unwrap your arms, forward, thumbs up. Step back, high lunge. Beautiful, big inhale. And exhale, bring your hands down. So again, a couple options for your side plank. You can just go into traditional side plank, left leg back. If you want to try it, grab your left big toe, roll to the outside edge of your right foot, and then lift your left leg. Right, maybe extend, maybe not, maybe stay bent. Take a breath. And make your way back to high plank. Hello. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. So on your inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, lower all the way down. I don't know how that's going to work with that little microphone there. We'll see. All right, hands underneath your shoulders, just a little cobra first. Press your feet down. Bring your legs as close together as you can. Exhale. And then inhale, lift. All right, it doesn't have to be super duper high. Just fire up your lower back. Hands are underneath your shoulders, but you're not pressing up. They're on the floor. Elbows in. Think about pulling your shoulders back towards your feet and your sternum forward towards the front. Take an inhale, lift higher. As you exhale, lower. Let your left ear come to your mat and your right ear come down. So see if you can get your whole ear to the mat. Arms can rest. Inhale brings your gaze forward. Set up the same way, so hands under the shoulders, then just slide them back a little bit towards your hips. Squeeze your legs tight. This time you're lifting chest and legs. So exhale. And then inhale, lift. Chest up, legs up. Point your toes. So here there is some weight in your hands. All right, try to lift up so your shoulders line up with your elbows, and then legs straight. Point your toes, lift your legs higher. Beautiful. Inhale, chest higher. Legs higher. And exhale, lower. This time right ear down. Gaze is left. Gaze forward. Bend your knees. Bend your elbows. So heels together, flex your feet. Exhale. And then inhale, lift. So chest up and legs up. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Spread your fingers wide. Flex your toes. We're just holding for a sec. You're going to inhale, straighten your legs, straighten your arms forward, point your toes. And then exhale, squeeze. See if you can lift higher. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time just for fun. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Left ear down. Alrighty. Gaze forward. Bend your knees. This time grab your feet from the outside if you can. Remember too that if your hips are tight or whatever and you can't reach your feet, just reach in that direction. You're going to activate the same muscles. All right, if we have the feet, bring the knees back together. Exhale. On your inhale, kick up. Little floor bow here. Working all the muscles that support the spine. Open your chest. Point your toes. If you can, look up. See if you can roll your weight forward just a little. One more big kick. And then lower slow. Right ear down, look left. And let it go. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And up and back, child's pose. Hips to heels. And inhale, rise to stand on your knees. So let's go for another big back bend here. Remember, if camel doesn't feel good in your body or you know it makes you dizzy, just turn around, do a bridge pose. So here you want your knees at least hip distance apart. I like to go a little bit wider. Hands on your back. Press your hips forward so your hips are above your knees. Inhale, lift your chest. Oh, I got dirt on my forehead. And then exhale, look back. You can always stay hands on your back for support or straighten your arms, see if you can reach your heel. All right, maybe both hands come down, relax your head. Hands to hips, hips to heels, and then sit all the way down, yeah. Take a breath. You can come forward, bring your forehead to the mat if you like. And remember too that with camel, it is maximum compression of your spine to stimulate your nervous system. So it's normal to feel a little dizzy, but just if it's real, you're real dizzy, lay down. Okay, so we're gonna come all the way forward. Just let your forehead rest. Create space in the lower back. On your inhale, rise. Come all the way forward. So you're gonna come onto your elbows. Bring your forearms parallel, palms flat. And then from here, just come onto your toes. Okay, so making your way into a forearm plank. Remember, if you feel it in your back, hips can always go a little bit higher. Knees can always come down. We're just gonna hold for a sec. Try to press evenly through your fingertips. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And gaze can be down or forward. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. And bring your knees down. Cross your ankles, come to sit on your bum. Right leg comes out first. So think about where your left hip bone is. Try to point it to your right leg. So that means your right hip is going to come back, left hip forward. Okay, inhale, reach up. And exhale, round. If you can grab your foot, grab your foot. You can always bend your knees if that's better for your back. Relax your head. Try to flex your toes. Squeeze your right quad. Right, contract the front of the leg, create space on the back. Maybe you wrap your elbows around your calf if that's available. Big inhale. Big exhale. Release. Switch legs. Right leg out. Nope. Left leg out. Right hip forward, left hip back. And kind of twist a little so you get squared off. Inhale, reach up. And round. Remember, hamstrings are tight. We can bend the knee. Grab the foot. Bring the hands down. Whatever feels better. And flex your toes. Pull with your arms. Wrap your elbows around your calf. Try to square yourself off, like your chest off, so that your right shoulder is in line with your left shoulder and we're not up higher, right? It's just gonna feel better for your back. All right, now you're gonna straighten your right leg, roll onto your right hip, bend your left knee so your toes point behind you. Okay, try to get your knees in line so that your left knee is not like out to the side, it's pointing to the top of your mat. And then roll your left calf muscle out of the way. If it's available, wiggle your buns so that you're sitting on your hip or sitting down, both hip bones down. You can lean back. So our goal here is compression of the knee, space in the front of the thigh and the front of the foot. And so we can stay here. Single leg fixed firm is a little bit easier on the joints. So we're gonna do that first, and then you can come onto your elbows. If your elbows are down, relax your head. And we can hang here, or start to inch your elbows down towards your body, tuck your chin, and come all the way down. And just see how it feels. If it's too much for your back, go back on the elbows, or pull your hips towards your ribs. Okay, getting less space in the front, more space in the back. Arms can come up over your head. And breathe. Take one more big breath. And on your inhale, work your way back up to elbows, to hands, all the way up. Roll onto your right hip, straighten your left leg. And then switch it up. Roll onto your left hip, bend your right knee. Your toes go straight back, knees in line as best you can. Roll your right calf out of the way. It's just more cozy that way. And then we lean back, or elbows, head back, or all the way down. Remember, it's going to feel different on each side, so just take it one breath at a time. And if we feel it in the back, you want to contract the front of your body more, hip bones to ribs, and then space in the lower back. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Oh, that's good, everybody. All right, all the way up. Shake it out. Scoot forward a little bit, roll yourself back. See if I can do this clip, and then we'll bring the knees in. Just rock a little bit for a sec. And you can take your feet up. Or you can stay here and come shoulder stand. Whoa, that's close. It's a shoulder stand. Ideally, we get the weight into the arms and the shoulders. Hips press forward as the feet go back. And close your eyes. And then maybe lower your feet all the way down. When you're ready, come on down. I didn't realize that TV was so loud in the background, so that'll be fun. We'll see how it goes. All right, once you're all the way down, grab your right knee. Pull your knee to your shoulder for a sec. Move your ankles, move your toes. I left the TV on for Bubbles, okay, so she didn't feel like she was alone over there. And then release the grip there. Grab the outside of your foot, half happy baby. And try to stack your ankle over your knee. Pull straight down so your knee comes towards your mat. How did I not notice that till now? Release the grip there. Grab onto your big toe. If it's available, extend your leg up. Remember, leg does not have to be straight. We're just extending through the heel to create space on the back of the leg. And then take your leg out to the side. Maybe turn your head to the left, a little stretch through your neck. Remember, leg does not have to be straight or all the way down. You just find the spot that feels best for you while keeping your left hip down, right as the right leg opens. And then inhale, bring your leg up. Let's bend the knee here. Left hand grabs the outside of the right knee. Right toes tucked behind your left knee. Roll over, supine twist. And then right arm out. Ow. Again, head turns to the right to help twist a little deeper. Big inhale. Big exhale. Stay in your twist for one more sec. Funny, funny. Use your inhale to come on out of your twist. Let your right leg go long, shake it out a little bit, and then grab your left knee. Interlace grip, knee to shoulder. A little half winder moving. You can move your ankle, move your toes. Release the grip there. Grab the outside edge of your left foot and try to stack your ankle over your knee if you can, then just pull straight down. Maybe your right hand comes to your hip just to keep the hip down, or just to be aware of what your hip is doing. Release the tension from there. Grab your big toe, kick your heel up to the sky. Again, does not have to be straight. We're just going wherever your full extension is. So we isolate the back of the leg. can come out to the side. If you have the range of motion and you think it's going to feel good, just grab your heel and bring your foot down. Turn your head to the right. And making sure your right hip stays down. If your right hip starts to roll up, just stop bringing your left leg down. And then release your left leg. Right hand grabs the left knee, left toe tucked behind the right knee as you roll over. And then left arm out. Head turns to the left, eyes closed. Take a big inhale. Big exhale, twist. Do it again, inhale through your nose. Exhale, wring it out. Come on back to center. Both knees up. Roll back, release if that feels good in your body. And then release. And separate your legs a little wider. Lift your chest, bring your shoulder blades together underneath you, sink back down into your mat. Let your palms face up. Close your eyes. Roll your head maybe side to side. Get rid of any tension through your neck. You can open your mouth big and wide. Stretch your jaw for a sec. And then let your mouth close. Keep your teeth separated, lips together, tongue off the roof of your mouth. And just awareness on breath. Try your best to just focus on your breath for the next few moments. Let everything else slip away. And we can stay here for as long as you like, ideally at least 2 minutes. Let your body absorb all the benefits from your practice this morning so you feel fantastic. Thank you so much for having fun with me this morning. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Namaste.